Hello. In this video, this is like a part 2 to the video on extended combat zones for D&D 5e. I'm going to have a link down below to the first video that just introduced extended combat zones. This video is actually going to go into looking at the differences between standard 5e rules for Dungeons and Dragons and the rule for this extended combat zone. So here in this picture, we see over here to the right a PC who has a reach of 5 feet with a melee weapon. And down below, we see a PC with a reach of 10 feet with a melee weapon, right? And over here, we see the same characters. This character over here on the left, up above, has a reach of 5 feet, but with the extended 5 feet around that attack zone to give the complete combat zone, the extended combat zone. And down here we see a character with a 10-foot reach of a weapon and with a 5 feet border around that reach to make up the full extended combat zone. Now we're going to compare these two. And just to recap, to leave from the combat zone, for example, I'll pull down a character here. And if this character wanted to go from here to here, it would get an opportunity attack from the PC in the center of that square. Now, if this PC is over here in the extended combat zone, in order to get an attack of opportunity, it has to leave this extended border zone. And before it leaves, this character would have to take a 5-foot step forward, make the attack, and then this character could leave the extended combat zone. That's how the attacks of opportunity work. Okay, that's just a little review. Now we're going to show how these two different weapons are going to attack each other, comparing the standard 5e rules with the extended combat zone. Okay, so down here, this character with a 10-foot reach weapon steps in to make an attack on this PC, this character. And so it's 10 feet away, it makes the attack. Now this character, if it backs away going up, it'll receive an attack of opportunity from this character here, because this character is going to be leaving that combat zone going upwards. So it's going to prefer to come in like that and battle. Now this character is going to be 5 feet away within the zone. Okay, let me show you the zone here. This is now the zone of the character in the center here with the weapon that has a reach of 5 feet. Now, if this character wants to back up and use that 10-foot, that weapon with a 10-foot reach, it's going to receive an attack of opportunity. So it's not really going to want to do that. It's going to stay right in here and fight toe to toe to toe as if it had a 5-foot, a weapon with 5-foot reach. So basically, in the standard 5e rules, having a weapon with a 10-foot reach is irrelevant. It's like obsolete. It doesn't work because that character is not going to back away to a distance of 10 feet to use it because it's going to receive an attack of opportunity. So it just stays toe to toe going as if it had a weapon with a 5-foot reach. But now we go over here to the extended combat zone, and this character is going to step in to within 10 feet of the other character and make an attack. So this character here is making an attack on this character here. Okay, makes the attack. Now what can this character do here? This character can actually have all this room to move around in without receiving an attack of opportunity. So it could move back up that way. It could move back to there and still not receive an attack of opportunity. So it has some leeway to back up. But let's say it comes in to do an attack with its weapon that has a reach of 5 feet. This character here is now within the combat zone of that character. Let me mark the combat zone. So now this character here can actually back up and still stay within that zone and not receive an attack of opportunity, and can now use its weapon with a 10-foot reach again. So it can use its weapon. And let's just say an ally all of a sudden comes in here with a weapon with a 5-foot reach, makes the 5-foot attacks, and this character sits back with a weapon with a 10-foot reach and makes the attacks. So this extended combat zone makes it possible for a character with a weapon with a 10-foot reach to make attacks, the proper attacks, for a weapon with a 10-foot reach without getting attacks of opportunity. So this extended combat zone actually works for weapons with a 10-foot reach. That's the whole point of this. Now I'm going to give an example of grappling a character. Okay, we look at this situation where we have one character here who has an ally right here, and they're both battling against this character right there. Now this character right here wants to leave, but wants to use a dash action. So in some ways, it won't be able to, because as soon as it leaves the zone, the combat zone of this other character, it's going to receive an attack of opportunity. The thing that has to happen now is that this character here has to restrain, grapple, or push prone this character right here. So let's say that this character does a grapple action against this character and holds it to 0 movement. Now this character, as soon as it moves away, the grappled character can still get an attack of opportunity. It doesn't really work. So even though the character is grappled or restrained or even prone, any character that moves out of its combat zone is going to get an attack of opportunity. Now we come over here, use the same situation, that this character is going to grapple, restrain, or shove prone that character, so that this character can use a dash action to just leave. So what happens is now this character here is now grappled, prone, or restrained. Then this character backs up to here just before it's leaving the combat zone of this character here. This character would be able to step forward and make an opportunity attack, but it's not able to because it's grappled, restrained, or prone. So this character is able to continue its movement out